gut, dass ja soweit ich weiß, das ist Molly.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Pick Droppers. Back at it again with an NBA Finals prediction. Now, in this video, I'm going to be giving my prediction at the very end of the video of who I think's going to win the 2017 NBA Finals. Now, these are definitely two of the best teams. I predicted at the start that these two teams would match up. I mean, almost everybody did. And, the regular season, I mean, wow, there was definitely some interesting stories. KD definitely ruined it for me. And, you know, some people wonder why a lot of people hate KD, and it's while I don't think you should hate him, I do understand why people dislike him, and that's for the pure fact that he ruined the regular season. We would have had a fight in the Western Conference if he would have stayed on the Thunder. And it would have been a much different story. I feel like the Thunder, San Antonio, and Golden State would have all three been fighting till the end to see who would play in the finals. Now, obviously, LeBron kind of killed it in the Eastern Conference because there's really nobody that can match up to that team's skill. And the closest one to it is probably the Wizards. Or I guess you could argue the Celtics, but the Celtics just got blown out. And that's not really too much about the finals. So I want to get into the finals now. You have one team in the Cleveland Cavaliers who are coming into the finals at 12-1. They dominated every single series. Their first series was definitely their weakest, I would say. Then their second, then their third, I feel like they gradually got better. I feel like LeBron has played some of his best games this year in the playoffs, and this has to be one of his best playoffs, if not his best playoffs. Kyrie has came up huge. Kevin Love has definitely played very well. Tristan Thompson has had a few games sprinkled in there. J.R. Smith, who's going to be huge this series, has definitely had a couple of big games. Kyle Korver has also had a couple of big games, and so it's definitely going to be interesting who's going to be the hero that nobody expected on either team. And I think for the Cavs, it's going to be Tristan Thompson because there's almost always that one hero that plays really well. And it's definitely going to be a big series for LeBron and his legacy, comparing him to Michael Jordan. And I definitely want to see who's going to be able to win and who's going to be able to perform very well on Cleveland. Kevin Love, hasn't really shown up in the last two NBA Finals, so I want to see if he'll be able to show up this year. The benches for both teams are definitely going to be huge because bench always plays a big role in deciding who wins these close games in the second and third quarter, who's going to make their starters not have to work as much and not have to overcome a deficit. And obviously Golden State has the home field advantage, I guess you would say, home court advantage. And so it's definitely going to be huge for Cleveland to take at least one out of the two games in Golden State so they can bring it back to Cleveland either tied or maybe even up 2-0. Now, on the other side of the court, you have Golden State. All their starting players have been to the finals. I'm pretty sure their center has. Zaza. Actually, no, I don't think Zaza has been there. But their other four starters, they're almost definitely top 15. All four of them are top 15 players in the NBA. They're all all-stars, all very good players, and they're all going to play a huge role in this series. I definitely want to see how Steph Curry's going to play. He's definitely underperformed the last two finals, definitely to his standards, but even to, regular player standards, he has definitely underperformed. Kyrie has definitely shown him up. Maybe he just doesn't play too well against Kyrie. I don't know what it is, but Steph Curry's definitely going to need to show up. Klay Thompson has been very cold this past series and this whole playoffs. This season has, while it hasn't been horrible, it just definitely has not been one of his better seasons of his career. Obviously, that has something to do with Kevin Durant taking some shots away from him. And so I definitely want to see if Klay Thompson's going to be able to get going, start playing very well. from the shooting guard position, see if he can outplay Cleveland's guards. And then you also have Kevin Durant, who has so much to prove. He went to the Warriors. Everybody expects him to win this. And if he does not win it, it's definitely going to put so much pressure on him for next year. But this year, he has so much pressure on his back. I feel like he has to win the finals for him even to have a chance for people to start respecting him more. Obviously, he probably doesn't care if people respect him, but, it's definitely going to be a huge series for Kevin Durant. I feel like he'll definitely show up. Kevin Durant has always been a great player. I feel like he's top 2 in the NBA. I have LeBron at 1, and then obviously him at 2. And so I feel like his scoring ability is definitely going to be huge. He is a great player. He's definitely going to be able to bring at least 30 to 35 points each game, and that's going to be something that Steph Curry and the Warriors are going to need to be able to get the victory. And then you have some other players like Draymond. Draymond's very good on the defensive end. He's definitely proven himself over the years. He always comes up clutch in the NBA Finals. He's a player that will get you your rebounds, your steals, your blocks, your assists, and then he'll add on maybe 10 points. So he'll have like a 10-7-7 line, which is definitely very good. And then you have JaVale McGee. I do not know if Zaza Pachulia will be coming back. I'm not sure if he's not injured anymore. I don't know the status on him. Haven't really been looking out for that. But I definitely know that JaVale McGee's going to need to have a huge game. He played huge in Game 3 and 4, I'm pretty sure. And he's definitely going to be huge in this series if he wants to be able to protect the paint, especially since Tristan Thompson is such a big guy, and then LeBron will be going into the hoop every chance he gets, and so there's definitely going to be a lot of fouls called, and you're definitely going to want your bench to play very well. I do feel like Cleveland has definitely the stronger bench. They have Kyle Korver, Darren Williams, J.R. Smith. I'm not sure if he'll start or not, but they definitely have a lot of goons on their bench. Definitely a lot of players they can depend on. Darren Williams has been a superstar in the league for multiple seasons, especially with the Mavs, and so I'm definitely going to be interested to see what he's going to be able to do for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Warriors, they don't have too many good players off the bench. Definitely going to be interesting to see how Ian Clark plays. I definitely like him on the Warriors. He definitely brings a good component off the bench. Another really good shooter. I definitely think he'll be able to bring some points in the second quarter when the Warriors superstars are not there. Obviously, I feel like a big thing's going to be the fact that Steve Kerr will not be at the game, he said. I'm pretty sure he won't be there for the whole series, actually. So it's definitely going to see how coaching is. I want to see how they're going to play with fouls, the timeouts, how they're going to respond when teams go on 10-12-0 runs. That's definitely going to be interesting, but especially fouls. And definitely sucks for the Warriors that they do not have Steve Kerr. But I definitely think they might be able to get it done with their assistant coach. I forget his name. And then on the other hand, you have Cleveland with Tyronn Lue. He's been there before. He's definitely a very good coach. I definitely can see him making some very smart moves. I definitely think he'll keep LeBron in with 3 or 4 fouls entering the later end of the second, early third, just because LeBron is just such a huge presence to have on the court. And then the biggest matchup I see is going to be LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. Obviously, Kyrie Irving versus Steph Curry is going to be a huge matchup. But I feel like Kevin Durant versus LeBron James, this is what everybody's been waiting for. They played when Kevin Durant was so young. I feel like it wasn't really too big. But Kevin Durant, he's now very mature. He's like 30 years old or something. LeBron James going into his mid to late 30s. He's definitely up there in age. And I feel like this is going to be their best time of their career. And I feel like they're going to play some of their best basketball in this finals, and I definitely want to see who's going to be able to come on top. Definitely going to be a lot of pushing and shoving. Hopefully, I'm praying that the refs don't miss anything up, because I would definitely be mad if that happened. I'm just hoping, there's always that factor in any sport where refs, they never try to. And fans put a lot of pressure on them, making bad calls. The refs obviously never try to. And I sometimes feel bad for them, but, I just want a good series. I'm just hoping for the refs to make good calls, and I'm hoping to see a physical but not too physical series. I definitely like the physicality in basketball, not as much as it used to be, but I definitely like when they're pushing around players. Now, for my finals predictions, I have the Warriors in 6 games. I do want Cleveland to win, but I do have the Warriors in 6 games. I feel like their offense is just going to be too much. I thought of the Warriors in 5, but I'm thinking 6. I think Cleveland will be able to steal game 3 and game 5. I definitely think it's going to be a very close games. The other games, I just feel like the Warriors have too much star power, too many good players. I feel like the Warriors might have an off night, but for all 4 of their superstars to have an off night, that just doesn't seem like something that's going to happen, and I just feel like the Warriors will win. I will be giving updates throughout the series each Tuesday probably. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and write a comment down below on what you'd like to see next. It's your boy Pick Droppers, and I'm out. Peace!